is how I make a chocolate cake from start to finish. This is a 2-layer 8-inch chocolate sponge cake with chocolate buttercream filling, and as always I start with the models the week before so they can firm up. I also do the writing and paint it in the week before, and the number as well with my tappets. This is so everything can be nice and firm and ready for decorating the cake. This was a very detailed one and the model took me a long time, but I was pleased with how it turned out. The week of the cake I make the milk chocolate ganache. This is just to crumb coat it and give it a really nice firm base ready for the sugar paste. And I store that in the fridge until I am ready to use it. I spray my 2 8-inch tins with cake release, and for an 8-inch 2-layer cake I use my 8 egg amount. I'm not usually a sifter, but the cocoa powder from Aldi's been quite lumpy recently, so I have been sifting it. You can purchase my batter quantity charts and my recipes through the stand store on my page. I weigh it out into my tins so I get nice even layers, and these baked at 150 fan oven for around an hour and 10 minutes. I level them off, and then to get sharp edges I like to ganache my cakes upside down. So to do that I just get my turntable, an acrylic plate and a circle of baking paper, and I just stick that down with some chocolate ganache, and then I ganache all over the top of the cake and flip it upside down onto the baking paper. I then fill the cake and put the layers together and then put it in the fridge to firm up for around half an hour. This chocolate cake was being filled with chocolate hazelnut buttercream. And then once it's firmed up, I just use some more milk chocolate ganache to go round and crumb coat the cake, locking all of those crumbs in. I do that twice, so it's 2 layers of milk chocolate ganache, just so it's got a really nice firm layer, and I fridge in between these 2 layers, and I make sure I use my metal scraper to go round, giving it a nice smooth finish. And then I put a big blob of chocolate ganache on the bottom of the cake, put the board on and flip it upside down so it's the right way, and then remove the acrylic plate and the baking paper, and it gives you a nice sharp edge. I do usually panel my tall cakes, but as this one was only 2 layers, I decided to do it in one big piece, the all-in-one method. So I rolled out my PME fondant and just draped it over the cake, and then went round pulling and stretching it really gently with my hands and smoothing it down until it was all covered. This always makes me realise how stretchy the PME sugar paste is. It was then time to add all the other decorations. I secured the motorbike on the top, and this is the finished chocolate cake all done.